All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd, my co-host Deborah. Today's Monday, August 3rd, 2009, 9:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we're going to be giving you an update on case number 786, which is Robert Manwill. Then we have two new cases that were added today, case 793, Ieisha Alves, and case number 794, Lilly and Aramburo. I have Deborah on the phone with me. How you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Terrible. I can't. I'm going to cut the video. I'll put up some graphics, but kind of messed up my right eyeball, so I can't see out of that eye. So instead of looking at me, you guys look at what's important, which is the missing people. I'll put all that stuff up there. So we'll cover those two cases. The new cases last. We do have some information about the Robert Manwill case. It's not what we wanted, but it seems that he has been located. So we want to talk about that first?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right, hang on. All right, this is case number 786, Robert Grant Manwill. We've been doing a lot of work on this case. We've had some people in the area help search. We've got a lot of other information that we put out in the past couple of shows. It seems today that a body was found in the canal. The body does seem to be male and of the appropriate age as Robert. There are no other missing people in the area, so probably, well, without a doubt, this is Robert. Deborah, do you want to bring everybody up to speed on what's going on as far as the news goes and what we also know?
Yeah, well, there's not a whole lot to know because there has not been a positive ID at this point. It does look like it's little Robert. I first learned about it from Sue and also from Stephanie, who's out in Boise, messaging me as soon as the story broke. It was about 1:30 p.m. there, I believe, which was about 3:30 here. Mm-hmm. I think that's about the time they found him. They did cancel the press conference that was scheduled for 2 today that was to be updates on the search for Robert. And they had his mother and other family members down to headquarters to discuss, after the remains were found. Someone saw, just before 1:30 p.m., someone saw a body floating in a canal. And that's the New York Canal, near a town name called Kuna, K-U-N-A.
Right.
And the Sheriff's Department, Ada County Sheriff's Department, responded and they jumped in the water to pull the body in. They say that the remains, like you said, were of a young boy. They say it's consistent with the same age and size as Robert. And as of today, there were no other missing children that they knew of from the area. They're not expecting to make a positive ID until tomorrow. They're going to be doing an autopsy, obviously. The thing interesting is that this canal actually runs by the apartment complex where his mother lives, where we talked about how the search warrant was executed over there. Stephanie gave us, information filling us all in about them taking a couple U-Hauls full of stuff out that home.
Mm-hmm. It's where the murder
runs there, and down to where they found him. They say that his body was not objected, so right. Well, it doesn't look like he could have gotten into the water there, or even that he could have been disposed of.
Right.
I
looked it up. There's
actually a picture of it out.
There's a news. I was doing a little research on this. There's a news article out now that says there's a lot of bodies have been found in that canal. They're dating back 15, 20 years. We looked at the area where his body was found, and we followed that upstream. There's no possible way that the body could have floated downstream. But from what we know, now this information that we have, though, about the blood and stuff, that seems to confirm what happened. I mean, well, something happened. Something traumatic happened in the apartment. It could be a baseball bat to the head or something like that. I mean, if there's blood spattered all over the place, it takes a lot of force to do something like that.
Well, and
that's still not being reported on.
The staircase too from
right.
the second floor apartment.
Right. Now that's still not being reported on. But I guess that's because police aren't confirming anything. What are your thoughts, Deborah? What do you think? I mean, you just don't find blood all over the house in not being related.
Well, considering that's where the mother lives, the mother has a record for assaulting an 8-month-old to the point of...
Virus database has been updated.
Sorry about that.
Fracturing that child's skull.
Okay.
And, you know, that was just recently, and then this evidence is found in her home. She does not have custody of Robert either. She doesn't have custody of any of her 3 children. He shouldn't have been there unsupervised, but based on everything, it just looks like something horrible happened to him there at the apartment complex.
Okay. So it happened there.
Somewhere
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, do you think that then the body, if the body's found on the stairs, obviously they moved the body out somehow, probably wrapped it in something, and I still think that they took it to that house.
Well, yeah, I saw somewhere that house is closer to where the body was found than the apartment is. It says here that
people can move a body.
14 miles between the apartment area and the location where they found his body. They said there's at least 5 grates in the water between the 2 locations that could block objects from passing through.
Right. You can see. I saw that on Google Earth. You can. Yeah. There's definitely. You can see it. So, why take that body to that one location though? It's right. Actually, the body was found right past that grate. If they would have taken the road. So, I mean, it's highly possible that he was murdered at the apartment, taken to that house, probably out of panic or whatever, and then disposed of it in the canal. And I'm trying to think, why would somebody do that? To make it maybe look like a, kidnapping gone bad, or they're telling the police that, my son's being held hostage. That's why they're not. I'm just coming up with scenarios of what was probably going through their mind. But I guarantee more than one person knows about what happened to Robert. And I'm willing to make a bet these people wearing these T-shirts know something.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
That's what pisses me off, Deborah. Okay, that is just...
On Robert's T-shirt, that would be his mother, who had no business having unsupervised visitation with him to begin with.
This case started...
Forgive me if you're excused wrongly, but if you've done something to that poor baby, if you discarded him like garbage... You need to be locked up for the rest of your life and throw away the key. And please, stop parading yourself on the news, parading yourself anywhere. I mean, just crawl off somewhere. Like the pathetic piece of whatever that you are. It makes me so mad. Stop wearing that T-shirt acting like you're the victim because your child is the victim. Sorry, I'd better stop for a minute.
No, go ahead. This case started off. Okay, to start off, please say... The first thing the police said, that the child's in no danger. Them saying that makes me think, okay, well, let's not search for him. Let's not. But we were so adamant about, hey, this is important. We think we should do this. So no one's searching. I don't know what happened. But a lot of things could have happened that may have been prevented. Okay, so then they say, well, we were going to start searching. We need your help. And then they say, well, we're not going to search the canals. Where was he found? I mean, there's a lot of things that and now they say, well, we don't need your help, but we're still searching. Okay,
well, there's a lot of things that I didn't understand. You talked about them saying that he wasn't in danger. He went missing on a Friday. Saturday morning, all the dumpsters were emptied and it was carted off to the landfill. They had no idea where Robert was.
But I thought a report, police said they're not searching the canal. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Police said they're not searching the canal. Okay, so if I was involved in the murder, right, I'm going to put the kid in the canal now.
I don't get it. I can't figure a lot of this out because like you said, the trash should not have been hauled away to the landfill like that. I mean, so many things law enforcement has worked so hard to bring this case to a close here as far as Robert. You got to solve, what's happened to him. Okay, you tell people you want on the search. Now you don't want on the search. Okay, I think the police department should just keep their mouths shut. Don't say anything, so there's no speculation. Reading into what the police are saying. Either tell everything, tell everything they know, or tell nothing. Or tell nothing. Okay, I mean. I've not said a lot with this one, though, Brian. Compared to other cases, law enforcement has been pretty tight-lipped about this whole thing from the get-go. Yeah, I don't know if it's been a case that they knew more from the beginning, or... Look at the information. The information was put out a few days ago. We're not searching the canals. Now he ends up in the canal. So you're saying,
well, somebody definitely moved the body out of the apartment. Okay. Now, and now police say the dog's hid in the backyard, but nothing of any significance, which I don't understand that either. Um, and now the body was found in the canal, not by the police, okay, because the police weren't going to search the canal, okay, which I believe Jim said the other night they should be searching.
Well, you would think they're going to search any body of water, anything around there. That's just basic, even if he was just abducted and there was no...
So now it's going to play off something like, you know, the parents had nothing, it's something to do with an abduction or something, the child was taken. There'll probably be things about, oh, well, there was a ransom or something like that, and you're trying to come. There's going to be something out here. I think it points back to the people wearing the T-shirts.
Yeah, I think it does too. With everything that came out little by little about those people that are wearing T-shirts, a mom's boyfriend there has got a lot of really, you know, bad things on the record for him too. And, you know, none of this is conducive to raising children or having them in your care to even, you know, visit with them. I just don't understand it. This is one that could have been prevented. And I really think lock them up and throw away the key. We have, as Sandra said here, you know, when we're talking about him being found in the canal, and you're talking he could have been dumped there or whatever, and that, you know, we would think he'd probably be dead at the apartment or something before he ended up in that canal. She says they'll know if there's no water in his lungs. She's right, because, you know, when they do the autopsy, they'll know if he was dead before he ended up in the water.
That's true.
This is just another case of a child thrown away like trash, and it really makes me mad. And once again, it looks to be the people are supposed to be taking care of him that did this.
Here's what's supposed to happen. I'm not a cop, and I'm not a detective. An 8-year-old child goes missing. Everybody's a suspect, okay? Crime scene, right then. Amber Alert issued, okay? The very second, you know, he's missing. In the house, wherever he went missing from is a crime scene, okay? These people went on TV, made up T-shirts, and all this stuff. And they're not even suspects right now. Do you know that?
I don't think they're even calling them persons of interest yet, are they?
Not that I know of. This is just...
I don't think either one of those terms have been used on them at all. They're just walking around free while poor little Robert, you know, this is just...
In the canal, there were so many bodies were found in the past, okay? We're not going to search that area? I mean,
well, it seems like with what came out in the media, I saw that article too. It's like, you know, bodies have been found there before. Obvious choice. I mean, even other people are thinking the same thing. Somebody in the media thought the same thing. They should have been looking. Sandra says, why didn't they check the apartment on day one? Exactly, that's what we'd like to know. Oh, on day one, they said he's not in danger. He's missing, but he's not in danger. I don't know who came up with that one. I don't know whose brilliant statement that was, but it made a lot of people confused and angry.
I mean, I guess maybe the police are thinking, well, that this doesn't happen here, okay? But, I mean, if my kid went missing, I'd want the police to be questioning me right away. You know, here's the polygraph, take it, you know, whatever. Then let me go print T-shirts and all this stuff, but there were just...
Like Mark Clash, you have to eliminate yourself right away so they can get on to finding who did do it. So if you're not eliminating yourself, you may have something to hide.
I really like to know what they told the police, what the family's been telling the police, and if they've been buying it or not.
I don't understand how it's gone this long. He's been missing since July 24th. So he's been missing more than 10 days now. So I just don't understand why people are still walking around and we're not... There's no justice for Robert yet. I know they just found him today, but still.
Okay. Well, that's all I got on this case. Do you want to move on?
I guess we could, but yeah, I think law enforcement did go ahead and set him up just right here for the person who kidnapped Robert, threw him in the water. You know, and they've given them more things to lie about, you know?
Yeah. Okay. He's been located. I've changed the case to located. I'm going to keep the case open until they figure out who did this. That's really sad, though. Okay.
I'm really hoping that law enforcement knows more than what they're saying.
Well, I'm sure they do know more, but I just don't. I don't understand telling the public to do all this stuff, and now I don't get it.
Okay, well, should move on to the next case, or I may just decide to give his mom another message in case she's listening.
Let me get 794. All right, let's move on now. This is case number 794. Actually, we're supposed to go with 793, aren't we?
You keep track of numbers. I go by name.
Okay, this is case number 793, Ieisha Alves.
Okay, I thought maybe you skipped a number there when you were numbering them.
No.
Okay.
No, this is Ieisha. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. The case was opened today, August 3rd, 2009. Dream drawings were done last night. Deborah, what do we have?
Aisha's case is interesting because it'll be interesting to see what happens with it. If she ends up with more attention on her case now because of what's happened recently. Her case has recently been reclassified to endangered missing. She was originally listed as an endangered runaway. And under that listing, there's not really anything for Ieisha. The only thing that I can find about her is that she was last seen at her home on February 15th of 2008. She's missing from Fall River, Massachusetts. Her date of birth is September 7th of 1993, 15 years old at the time that she went missing. She would be 16 now, 6 feet tall, 135 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. She's a black female. I really hope with the classification change to endangered missing that more is known about her case, so that we hear more, that it gets more attention. And I'm not sure what made them change that, but I'm glad that they did, because I think the runaways are ignored. What do you have on her case?
Okay, I have got two dream drawings. The first one says, was married on July 4th, 2009. Husband is in the military, stationed in Texas. And then the next one says, Fields, the word fall, F-A-L-L, and then St. Paul, and then it says spokes. And there's a drawing of, looks like maybe spokes on a bicycle or something. That's what I have, no feelings of death or even being in danger. So
she's not grown up married and
that's what I got. I hope it's right. That's what I got.
Yeah, it would be great news as long as it is and she's safe and happy. I just wish she'd let her family know that.
Well, I hope it's right. I hope she's doing all right. That's all I got on that case. You ready to move on? One more case tonight. We're going to call it a night.
Sure.
Okay, this is case number 794. It was opened today, August 3rd. Dream drawings were done last night. This is for Lilly Aramburo. Case number 794. It's Lilly. She goes by Lilly, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What do we have?
She has been missing since June 2nd of 2007, so a little over 2 years now. She's missing out of Miami, Florida. She's listed as endangered missing. Her date of birth is November 16th of 1983, 23 years old at the time that she went missing, 24 now. Hispanic female, 4 feet 11 inches tall, 100 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes, medium complexion. She has pierced ears, a scar on her left hand, a scar on her lower abdomen, large tattoo of musical notes on her lower back, and she previously had a broken right wrist. The last time she was seen, she was at her boyfriend's house. His name is Christian Passion. He was the last person to actually see her. His home was located in the 7800 block of Southwest 82nd Street in Miami. They say that she has a medical condition and she may need medication. She does have a young son that misses his mom. Her boyfriend was the last one to see her, and he says that she just left at about 2 in the morning. She walked out in her pajamas without her cell phone, her wallet, any of that stuff. That she went out to pick flowers. And it's also been said that she was carrying a bungee cord. No one believes that this is actually what happened to Lilly, that she actually just walked out like that. It just doesn't make sense. What do you have on her case?
Okay, I have 3 dream drawings. This is the case I was asking about because you were talking about it. I said, what do you know about this case? Because I wasn't getting what you...
Yeah.
The first one says, well, it's actually a drawing of a male. He looks like he's probably in his mid-20s. It's got the letter J. That could be his first initial. It looks like he's wearing a necklace over top of maybe a sweatshirt or something. It's got a cross on it. The second one says, mobile home, Fort St. Lucie, Florida, by McDonald's. It's a drawing of a mobile home. And let me put it on there. It's not written. The word pots is on there, and there's some drawings of some flower pots in the front yard with flowers growing in them. Port St. Lucie is in Florida. I do know that. I think it's on the east coast. It looks like a regular trailer that you'd pull behind a vehicle. Maybe one of the older types. So it's not something on top of it. It's probably an air conditioning unit or something like that. And the final one says, deals meth will get caught, and the word 37, the number 37, 37 days, and she will be home. So I think something to do with a drug arrest may bring her home in 37 days. And I'm assuming that's from last night, August 2nd. So I guess that's good news on both of these cases.
And you think that she's fine then?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. Well, I don't want to say that. From what I'm seeing here, there was nothing about danger.
You didn't get anything of death. I guess that's.
Well, that's true. No, none of that really wonderful, warm feeling. I know that sounds weird, but no, I didn't get that. No. I think she's probably in that trailer. Could be a meth trailer. That's not safe. I guess that would be, but no. No, I guess no, I didn't.
Okay, well, the boyfriend that was the last one to see her is in his 30s.
Okay.
And
this guy looks like, I guess he could be in his 30s. It looks to me like his mid-20s. He's got really, really short hair, like shaved, and then kind of maybe like a little beard on the bottom. Can you see it? It's posted.
Yeah, you know, it actually could. I'll have to give you a photo of this guy. Okay. He looks younger than in his 30s. It could be. It could be. This guy.
You know something? I was looking at this picture. She looks like she's a teenager.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she looks really young.
Well, there have been all kinds of things that have been, you know, made public on him as that happens when through the case. They dug up his property taxes, his things about him getting a second mortgage, and they dug up his criminal record.
Okay.
Yeah, which is not pretty. A lot of things for drugs and, you know, other offenses. Not things that were. He did have a battery charge that was later dropped. His cocaine charges have been dropped within the last year or two here too.
Why?
He somehow has a way that things get dropped. There's times that he's not even charged when there's police calls made. For some reason, early on, they weren't looking at this guy, and they weren't even questioning him.
Well, a lot of times guys that get all these drug charges dropped means that they're working with the police, being a snitch, or a narc, or whatever you want to call it. Not narc. Narc is actually helping the police.
I'm sorry, but I don't think the dude's that nice.
I don't know.
He's on teen. He's got accounts on all kinds of sites right after she goes missing. Like teen porn sites. I mean, things that are just not nice. I mean, the guy, I think he kind of thinks he's some sort of a player or something.
don't know.
I mean, his profile on
That's what I'm asking. Do either one of these cases have a website?
what they have for Lilly is they have some blogs. And I'll give you the URLs for those. I believe one is justiceinmiami.blogspot.com. Let me grab them for you.
Okay. One other question. This is not related to these cases. Back to the Robert Manwill case. Does the mother... Who didn't want the Amber Alert? Who said to the police that...
Mother.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with the police's reaction to telling the public that they don't think the child's in any danger? Do they just believe the mother straight off?
I hope not.
And then let me get this. So nothing happened, and then the feds got in there and got the case under control. And that's when the search started. And saying, hey, you just can't trust the mother.
Possible.
Okay. If you had an 8-year-old son and he went missing, Deborah, would you want an Amber Alert?
I'd be screaming like a crazy woman. I've done that before.
Okay.
My child was not 8 at the time. My child was much younger, like 3. And just for a minute or two, I could not find her. We were playing out in the yard. She'd actually gone in the house, and she'd crawled underneath the bed and went to sleep. But where she was laying underneath the bed, looking under the bed, checking closets, checking everywhere to see if she'd gone in the house, I didn't see her right away. She was down like by the foot of the bed. I was running through our neighborhood, screaming at the top of my lungs, and I just was running full force and screaming, and I just couldn't stop. Like everybody, I had to tell everybody that my kid was missing. And I went crazy. So I was known throughout the neighborhood. Everyone knew me. I was that lady that was screaming because my kid was missing. And this was a lot of years ago. She's 16 now. So Amber Alert, I text at everything. Do everything to find my kid. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay, here's the Justice in Miami. I just don't, obviously when a parent is saying no to this or that and they're trying to play it down, they've got something to hide.
Yeah, but I think the police must have bought into it. Why else?
If they did that, is really bad. That's really bad if they bought into that. That'd be awful because their first responsibility is that missing child. But she, according to what we learned from Stephanie, she wanted the Amber Alert, and she kind of really didn't want a whole lot made out of him working either. So that immediately shows, if anyone's kid is missing and they don't want something, immediately the red flag goes up in my eyes that they're hiding something. Doesn't it for you?
Yeah.
So I would think that our well-trained law enforcement in Idaho and various other places would be smart to that.
Justice in Miami, what case? 793 or 4?
Lilly's case.
Okay.
That would be number 794.
Got it.
Now my computer's moving slow here.
All right, well, here's a kid that's still missing. This is Adji Desir. What else can we say? FindAdji.com. We really need people to print out his photograph and to put it everywhere because he's still missing. Deborah, anything else?
Yes, and when you visit FindAdji.com and you print off his photograph and you tell everyone you know and send it to all your contacts in your email address list there, letting them know that Adji's still missing, please take the time to let the media know that he is too, and that people need to speak for Adji. We speak for Adji on a regular basis. It'd be really nice if someone like Oprah or Nancy would do some speaking for him at this point. He's been missing over 6 months now. So please help find Adji.
All right, thanks, Deborah. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. Good night.